Okay, so today will be, as you know, SCNA had approved a new judging system recently. This is going to be the first time when we'll do this at the CC. I think they choose me to do this presentation because they said they have difficulties to understand Jerry's accent. So they found me. I grew up in northern Mississippi, so I have a little accent. Now, the way this show is set up, we have the show cages, but according with the new judging system, you can also bring your chickens in the carriers and keep them in the carriers until they called for the tables. Now, as you all see, we have a delimited judging area. All the attendees, after the show starts, will have to stay outside of this perimeter. This is set up to be at least 5 feet to the judging tables. So once your birds are called, you go to the judging table, you set up your bird on a table, and the judge or clerk will start a timer which will run for 80 seconds in the first round of judging. Now, the only thing that matters is what the bird does on the table in those 80 seconds. It doesn't matter what they do before or after. After you set the bird on the table, you have to step back behind this perimeter, and only the judge and then the clerk stays inside of the judging area. Now, the judge is encouraged to talk to the clerk, and this way we train our clerks to be our future judges. So please, gentlemen, the judges, try to talk with the clerks and train them. So as I said, the judging will last for 80 seconds. Some people call this judging system no-touch judging system because the judges are not allowed to touch the birds on the table during the 80 seconds. Actually, nobody else is allowed to touch the birds on the table, so the birds can perform on their own. The only time when you touch the bird is when it flies off the table, and if it does for more than 3 times, it will be disqualified. Some people asking why it's 80 seconds. Well, first of all, that's how it's in Malaysia, and we try to adapt our system to be as close as possible to the Malaysian system. Now, 80 seconds is enough time for the bird to show off on the table, but it's not too long, so the bird will get kind of bored and look around and fly off the table. Well, it's not going to happen today, but sometimes some shows they have multiple judges and they can judge at the same time the same bird on the table. So what happened in that case is that the judges are sitting each one on the other side of the table, and each one is filling up a scorecard. Then the scorecards will be averaged by the clerk, and that's going to be the score of the bird. This system is encouraged because then you have the opinion of 2 judges about that bird at the same time, and it's not a subjective only of one of the judges. But today we'll only have 1 judge for every bird. Okay, the next change is in a tier. As you all see, we have 6 tables over here. In a tier from now on, all the birds will be set up separately. So this way, there will be no fight, and I don't know, 9 ounces hen would not be discouraged by a 17 ounces cock next to her. So this way, all birds have the chance to show off on the table. The tier judging, it lasts for 90 seconds. The way it happens is all the birds will be called by the announcer. All the birds will be set up on a specific table that will be assigned by the clerk. And you see the tables have numbers. After you set your bird on the table, you have to step behind this judging area, and the judging will start and will last for 90 seconds. We have multiple judges, so when we have multiple judges, the judges are not allowed to speak to each other about the birds on the table. Each one of them is making the placements on the placement card according with what he thinks about the birds on the table. The tables have to be at least 10 inches apart. As you see, we have more than that, which is very well. Okay. Okay, so what happens is, after the judges are judging the birds in the tier and they're filling up the placement cards, these placement cards go back to the tabulator, which will average the scores. If two or more birds have an equal score, so we have a tie, what will happen is the tabulator will check the scorecards and it will go from the top down until it's a difference in between the scores. The first item on the scorecard is the type. So if one bird have 14 and the other one have 14, then we go down to the next one. The next one is the chest. So if one bird have, let's say, 13 and the other one have 12, then the one that has 13 is considered the winner of the tier. That's pretty much it. Do you have any questions? I would like to answer. How many exhibitors we have for the first time showing ceramic? 2? Okay. 3? Good, welcome. Well, I think we can start the show before it gets too late and the birds will start sleeping. So tonight we will be judging the youth birds. The birds will be judged by Kevin over there, and we have the ABA blacks, whites, and whatever else we have in the cages that will be judged by Matt Lehman and Jim Crane. So let's get started. Thank you.